Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house. That's Justin's house. In this video, it's time for ServiceNow Store Highlights version 127-2023 or January 27th, 2023. I've got up on the screen behind me what we're going to cover. There's 38 new or updated applications in the store this week. You can see them down here on the bottom. We're looking at 1 to 20 of 38, and let's go back up to our filters here. I'm going to cover in this episode fixes, highlights, new releases, and of course our release notes fail. In fact, let's start there with the release notes fail. There were a couple this week, 8 of them. Barcodes, TrueView, Change and Incident Connector, Citrix IT Service Management Connector, Druva, GeoFluent Real-Time Translation for Chat and Ticketing, iDefense Dynamic Vulnerability Risk Prioritization, InfoBip Omnichannel Notifications, and International Mobile Service Automation. Here's what you need to know about release notes fail. There's no release notes, or they're the same release notes as the previous release notes, or there's just no information in there. One of them actually had nothing. So there was an update, and it's been versioned in the ServiceNow store, but I don't know what to tell you what changed. So that's why it's a fail. It's a release notes fail. So let's move on and talk about fixes. There were a couple of apps that had some minor fixes out there. Configurable Workspace for Order Management, Data Sources by an Elective, One List Approvals Adapter, Order Management for Telecom, Media, and Tech, and SMS Notify. So if you're using one of these apps, there's a fix out there. You might want to go look at it, but it really wasn't enough to kind of dive into in this particular episode. And that takes us to our new releases. I'm going to do this a little bit differently this week, and I'm going to do some editing in post, and instead of reading through this, I'm going to show you what these look like on the store. So you're going to see store applications like this. Cask Travel Nurse Onboarding. So what is this? Attract and retain top nursing talent, decrease costs with efficient automated processes, and accelerate the ability to serve patients, increasing revenue. So we've got a few pictures here. I'll click on them and you can see what those look like. There's a lady with a mask on. There's a lady laughing about immunization and vaccine history, and get to know us. It looks like a little bit of a portal page there for this Cask Travel Nurse Onboarding portal. Functional features, unique and persona-based user experience, persona-based content modules and experience packs, widget library to increase induction and set nurses up for success, custom experience packs, journey accelerators, prescribed lifecycle events, and relevant activities. Technical features are the automation of lifecycle events and associated activities, functional process expertise, ServiceNow technical expertise, and a manager order guide. So that is your key features for this particular new application from Cask. Up next on our new releases, we have the CCT ContactPro. Connect ServiceNow to the CCT ContactPro Unified Agent desktop. Let's take a look at the graphics here first. Isn't that pretty? There's what a contact looks like. It looks like in the ServiceNow. And let's go back here. So that's a number pad they're showing there, and then a call in progress with Mr. John Garner. Yeah, my head's not too much in the way there. And looks like there's a looks like a fall. I don't know. But there's this is a different language, so that's why so disregard my interpretation of Dutch, it looks like. But yeah, that's the graphics for this one. But what is it? Key features, voice integrations, and you can see the list there, the different kinds of voice integrations, customer journey, agent desktop statistics, email management with AI engine, chat, web mobile bot API, and ContactPro analytics with real-time reporting, historical reporting, analytics, custom reporting. So the goal here, increase customer satisfaction, optimize workflows and new services, and inbound, outbound, callback, and any media handling. So those look like the requirements there for this new app from CCT ContactPro. Our next new app is CSD 2.0 for Tanium. Let's take a look at that in the ServiceNow store. Leverage Tanium Deploy within ServiceNow for deployment and revocation of software using service catalog requests. So key features being helpers to quickly create all records necessary to deploy software from service catalog requests, automation of software deployment using Tanium Deploy, automation of software revocation, and integration with SAM, or Software Asset Management, when available, to manage license information of the deployed software. Let's take a look at the graphics there. A list of Tanium applications. There is a software catalog item to install Zoom on a device, and there's the Tanium logo and contact support. So that's the graphics on this one, brought to us by CSD 2.0 for Tanium. And next on our list is going to be EYOT, Security and Service Management. Let's take a look at that on the ServiceNow Store. Orchestrate end-to-end processes for OT asset management, OT change management, OT service management, and OT security. If you're not familiar with the acronym OT, that's Operational Technology. So key features here: end-to-end OT asset detection and contextual mapping, inventory and management process, security governance integrated with change management processes, dedicated OT service and request catalogs, OT security risk management process, and on the technical side, a ServiceNow CMDB with OT extension classes, ServiceNow Flow Designer with out-of-the-box workflow supporting OT security services, and a predefined operating model templates adjustable for custom needs and requirements. I don't have any graphics to click on this one for you, so that is it for the OT security and service management. Up next is Infoblox Subnet Integration for Discovery. Let's take a look at that on the ServiceNow Store. Import Infoblox subnets to create discovery range sets and schedules. So definitely a discovery feature. Key features: how it works. The flow gather Infoblox ranges will gather subnets from Infoblox and dynamically create range sets and schedules, if applicable, for discovery. So this is a term used in discovery for defining IP ranges and schedules for scanning those IP ranges, depending on the configuration specified in the properties page within the application. So there's a connection and credentials, and it looks like some instructions for how to set this up. So if you're an Infoblox user and you want to try this, definitely check it out. Let's look at the graphics. There's that property page they mentioned in the notes there. There's the workflow or flow in Flow Designer. So happy to see Flow Designer in an app in the store like this, and some of the discovery range sets. So here you got the wrap dev office and home office and the ranges for those, and some Infoblox IDs. That's pretty interesting. So that's our 3 pictures for Infoblox Subnet Integration for Discovery. Up next is going to be Intento Translator Service Spoke. Let's take a look at that on the ServiceNow Store. This is to maintain language inclusivity of your global employees. So key features: access to 40 plus machine translation engines via Intento, including custom language models, optimized data processing workflow for real-time translation, augmentation of machine translation with source quality improvements, consistent terminology, tone of voice, and more, and smart routing allows using different machine translation models based on language pair and use case. Let's take a look at the graphics. There are some knowledge articles, not knowledge blocks, and you can see the different languages there. I think I see French. Let's take a look at the second one here. There's the virtual agent, and looks like some more French. Let me know in the comments down below if I've got my languages wrong. And the other side of a chat conversation with an agent. There you can see the responses coming through. And that's back to the original graphics. So 3 nice graphics there from Intento Translator Service Spoke. Up next is NITRO Discovery. Let's take a look at this on the ServiceNow Store. NITRO Discovery, near real-time discovery of network ecosystem through Zeus Auto Discovery and Reconciliation Framework. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds cool. Key features: discovery across the network ecosystem made available in your ServiceNow instance. Discover the telco network equipments present in the network ecosystem through Zeus Auto Discovery. So they're just regurgitating what was in the description. Reconciled inventory. Discovered telco inventory includes the rack, shelf, slot, card, port maintained in the contained/contained by hierarchy to ensure coherent integrations across interfaces, and they give that layout there again: rack, shelf, slot, card, port. Let's take a look at some graphics for this one. I got a nice diagram there of all the ports, it looks like, in a radial form. There's what it looks like in the related items if you're looking at a configuration item, and there is a list of telco equipment in ServiceNow. So And there's a video, so go check out the video if you're interested in this new app from NITRO, or it's from VAV Solutions Inc., but it's called NITRO Discovery. And next up is PagerDuty for customer service management. Let's take a look at that on the ServiceNow Store. Improve customer satisfaction when they interact with your organization. Key features: PagerDuty for customer service, or CSM, customer service management, streamlines customer communication and prevents loss of critical time when a technical incident impacts customers. So this new offering in PagerDuty's customer service operations business line supports teams working in ServiceNow CSM, and technical teams in PagerDuty are working off the most up-to-date information and can collaborate seamlessly. So agents have a direct line of escalation and communication with engineering on incidents in PagerDuty and can receive updates on active alerts either through the PagerDuty status dashboard or directly from an incident they are subscribed to without leaving ServiceNow. So let's take a look at this. Here is the status dashboard that they just referenced. Looks like that is in the either service operations or agent workspace, because I see the little helper icons there on the right. Okay, so it's agent workspace. It looks like where this is the dashboard. You can see PagerDuty there on the right and incident there on the left. And there's the status dashboard. So that is, oh, more status dashboard. All right. So that is what's new from PagerDuty for customer service management. Next on our list is QuickStart Catalog Engine from Kyndryl. Let's take a look at that in the ServiceNow Store. Zero-touch catalog process engine brought to you by Kyndryl. Key features: request fulfillment, change management, task sequencing, and configuration management. What's going on here, folks, is an application that automates the fulfillment of catalog items. It can be used to provide a zero-touch solution to execute requested items, change request tasks, and automated actions such as configuration item creation and modification. Okay, so release notes for this one, key features. I don't know why these key features aren't up there. One example catalog item: register a new business app. A reusable flow to automatically approve the catalog request when submitted. Another reusable flow to automatically apply a catalog task to the rhythm and manage the lifecycle of that task. A reusable subflow to automatically create a change request as a child of the rhythm and apply a delivery plan. And a flow to automatically sequence both service catalog tasks and change tasks. This is really interesting. This is QuickStart Catalog Engine from Kyndryl. I'm going to let you see me go back to I'm going to mark this as a possible one to look at in the future. All right, up next is RightStar ScanStar Asset Tracking. Let's take a look at that on the ServiceNow Store. Mobile barcode asset tracking solution for ITSM. Key features: easy to use asset tracking that allows you to create, update assets on the fly. Maintains data integrity by limiting entry of incorrect asset tag. One button audit, and configuration is highly customizable within the app. Supports the following workflows: receive, track, verify, audit, and check assets. Let's take a look at the graphics. We got a YouTube video. So if you're interested in that, we've got a mobile solution there. A mobile app does not look like the Now Agent app or Now app. And there's that mobile app there. Another view of that. And there's another view of some auditing some laptops. And what else we got? Okay, there's this iOS, Android, and enterprise scanners like Zebra, or Zebra if you're in the UK. And there you go. That's it for RightStar ScanStar Asset Tracking. All right, and last on our list is Snyk Security for Application Vulnerability Response. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so leave me a note in the comments if it's Snyk or Snyk. Snyk? I think it's Snyk. Monitor all your vulnerable open source dependencies reported by Snyk. It looks like a Doberman or some kind of canine there in the logo. But enough of that. Create and update ServiceNow application vulnerable items, or AVITs, automatically from Snyk open source SCA findings. Automatically prioritize vulnerabilities found across the SDLC. Route tasks to the correct teams and facilitate better collaboration across the organization. View application vulnerabilities via dashboards to see current status, remediation reports, and executive summaries in one place. And calculate vulnerability risk and determine prioritization using ServiceNow's vulnerability calculators combined with Snyk's industry-leading intelligence. Let's look at some screenshots. There's an application of vulnerable item record. There is a AVIT prioritization report. So this is specific to the Snyk dashboard, it looks like. There is a vulnerability calculator. So for Snyk, and it's using a Snyk risk rule. Looking at the source is Snyk. I hope I'm saying that word right. And there are some integrations: fixed vulnerabilities import, project and organizations import, and a vulnerabilities import. So That's it. That is the screenshots for this new app, Snyk Security for Application Vulnerability Response. All right, everyone, next on our list is going to be the highlights. For our highlights, we have 14 of them. I'm only going to go through the store if it looks like we should, but from Avanair Contract Flow, Enterprise Edition with pre-integrated onboarding flow and obligation flow applications, Adobe Sign integration for eSig, revamped grid view, cancel contract action, configurable workflow, ability to save draft contract requests, asynchronous extraction process, and contract compare feature that enables comparison between original, amended, and renewed contract versions. So if you're looking for CLM, contract lifecycle management, it looks like this Avanair Contract Flow update introduces some cool functionality. Next on our list is Apoxio Employee Hub, additional functionality in what they're calling a minor release. Looks like version 1.5.1. An instance option was added to define configurations, add a reset button, add a disable secure query button or option in each config. The title subtitle fields have been converted to field lists, added a UI action on the configuration to open the active query in the list view, updated the 5 demo data records, and some minor bug fixes. Facility management application, new features, separate process for project management, changes on the state flow, Gantt chart view of event tasks, financial overview of event, proposal and automatic creation of facility orders, new feature supports automatic creation of multiple facility suborders, new features on visit management, now supports recurring visits, bug fixing on topics such as exchange integration, space planner, floor plans, product lists, auto reservations process. I'm going to click on this to see who makes this. This is made by DXC Technology, their facility management application. So that answers that question right there. We'll go on to the next update. Guardrails added additional system scan functionality, and Pipelines now natively supports creation of change request, change approval check, and change window check. InfoBip Spoke, January release, send WhatsApp text template. Thank you, InfoBip. Nucleus Security contains multiple enhancements to create a better user experience and increase the usability of the integration. Simplified onboarding process to speed up implementation. Enhanced logging support for simpler troubleshooting. And new properties page to organize available options. Next is Omada Service Catalog. Business context field will be hidden if the access request form in Omada is set to hidden server side. Nice little update there. Qualys Core host detection grouping functionality, control logging from scheduled import configs, and other enhancements and fixes. Qualys VMDR added some VMDR task groups, MSP domain support, false positive and exception processes, and the ability to create change requests and have multiple tasks associated for tracking affected CIs or configuration items. Sassafras, always wanted to say that word. Sassafras all-site ITAM integration remapped many data fields to be more ServiceNow friendly, enhanced handling of linked data, clearly demark records created by the integration, added an option to import display records, enhanced model parsing and normalization, and additional import options for creation of linked data types. Simple data separation added a query caching capability to improve data access speeds in instances where a complex separation rule is long running. TeamViewer Enterprise integration, supportive TeamViewer managed groups, and cleanup of unintended access setup. Tricentis test automation added support for Tokyo, a run case creator ability, changed the case creator to include risk assessment actions, and a fixed script to archive older tests from Tricentis. Zoom Contact Center, our last update, OAuth flow now includes state parameter and update OpenFrame API source URL. So that is your ServiceNow Store highlights for the week of 1/27/2023. We had 38 total. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in what got updated and what's new in the ServiceNow Store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.